gon' slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog.
Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley. And we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the San Francisco 49ers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On the ready.
Mark 40, Mark 40. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
Ready.
Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Check 52.
They'll toss it to Penny. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Well, certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Well, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now on 2nd and 13, Wilson out to his left. And he goes out right around the 39. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Setting up the screen for Cook. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback. that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Dalvin Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, if you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a carry for Bernard. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try and throw for it here. Man open, that's Byron Pringle complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here with Penny. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Go. Get it.
Now the former Sooner, this is Rodney Anderson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 19 Tatum.
Here we go.
Hey, check 24. Recon, 132 fighter. Now.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Look, squeeze.
On second down now. Bernard. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
Ready to break.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Hey, we got 4 down.
Pilot, 64, weak. 5. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46.
Jet bomber.
He'll look to throw. Connects here with the tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards and a Chicago first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the 24-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, dude.
58, Mike. We want this.
61, matchbox right.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. The 30. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back. All the way inside the 10-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where it came from.
The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Bears first down.
Ready?
58, Mike. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Hey, Charlie. Get it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things.
Orbit.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got an open man. It's Pringle. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 37.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Set. 50, plant.
2nd and 13. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
That's complete. Bernard. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. They'll throw now on the final play. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 40. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. It's a foot race. 30, 10, touchdown, 49ers. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play, second down coming up. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still got to move.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kenny Golladay, his second touchdown on the season. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Mike's front forward. Here we go. He's checking.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
Check.
Here's Wilson. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jordan Reed, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he finds Cook. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 14 yards into Chicago, first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Check. Fresno.
80 weapon.
Now back to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's going to fight, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Let's go, defense.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
0.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Watch the screen.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Looking downfield for Godwin. All right, open, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now as his guys continue to pour it on. Sanders now to add the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And it should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off right around the 43. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout. So far as we get set for the fourth quarter, a very one-sided affair.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Got it.
58, boys. 58. 58. Mike.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. The 20. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that is the confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Call it a loss of 6 on the play, but it'll be second and goal.
At the 14-yard line.
It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
I got him. 12. Bravo.
To throw is Wilson. Steps away. A big chunk of real estate covered on the scramble, but it will be third and goal.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Bernard, and an alley to run. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Bears on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run again with Bernard. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll run. This is Bernard. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed two. He only got one. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order.
There he goes, left side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
X3, 218, chopper. Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try to pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Chris Godwin. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. Sanders on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Niners 62, Bears nothing. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded at the 2. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw here. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
On second down, it's Cook. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
A 1-yard gain.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they helped